Hold on, y'all. Hey, you won't believe where I had to do this video at. Hiding from the kids. Don't get time to myself anymore. So, well, shout out to them. They dressed me. And my baby gave me some juice. She told me don't give up because this is like my 18th time doing this video. But we're going to get to it. So, I noticed that you all need help identifying the different parts of a right triangle. So that's what I'm going to try to cover here so that it'll help you set up the trigonometric ratios that you needed to do in the worksheets and that they were talking about in the videos. So looking at this example here, we got triangle LIT. Triangle lit is a right triangle. And you could tell because that 90-degree angle, that symbol is letting you know there is a 90-degree angle in this triangle. Therefore, that makes triangle lit a right triangle. Now, that 90-degree angle also helps to identify a special side. So, the side across from the 90-degree angle always points at that hypotenuse over there. The hypotenuse is side LT, which measures 73 degrees. The next thing we can identify is the opposite side. So we're going to use theta, which is the angle that is being referenced. They'll give you a certain measurement or they'll tell you what theta. You always look at that angle that they are referencing and then you look across or you're looking at the opposite side of the table. That gives you the opposite side of theta. The opposite side of theta is Li, which is 48 units. The last but not least is adjacent. That's the last thing that you can identify. You've already identified the hypotenuse and the opposite side. So you could just put the adjacent right there. And I like to think of adjacent as being really, really close to theta. It's the side that is sharing theta. And IT would be the adjacent side to theta. And its measurement is 55. So now that we've identified and labeled all the parts of the right triangle, that makes it so much easier to get these trigonometric ratios together. Now the ratios are always going to be the same for sine, cosine, and tangent. So like for sine, opposite over hypotenuse, that's always the setup for the ratio or the fraction. And now we're going to look at our right triangle lit. And we've identified the opposite side is 48 and the hypotenuse is 73. So we can place that right on in. And that's the trigonometric ratio for sine of theta. Now let's go on to cosine. It's always set up as adjacent over hypotenuse. Looking on our triangle, adjacent is 55. The hypotenuse is 73. So bada boom, bada bing. The cosine of theta is 55 over 73. It's always going to be set up in that ratio or fraction form as well. And in tangent theta, well, we need to look at the opposite and the adjacent. So we got the opposite here, which is 48, and the adjacent. Just place that right on there in the fraction or ratio form. And the trig ratio for tangent theta, that'd be 48 over 55. And you see how identifying those different parts really helps. If you need help trying to remember these ratios, you have SOHCAHTOA, which is a mnemonic, which helps remember how the ratios are set up. There's also a cool Getting Triggy With It video on YouTube that helps you remember some key factors about the trig ratios as well. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully you don't forget to label the parts to help you with these worksheets. And don't forget to tell somebody you love them.